What's going on? My name's Jordan. I'm a technician at Hall Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And today I've got two cars in. I've got a 25 red eye, and then I've got a 25 in white knuckle. Both of these guys are kind of having the same issue, and that's having to do with the front or the hood, depending on how you want to call it. But either one of these want to open when you press the button. I'm going to kind of talk about what I did to diagnose it, and what I'm finding, and what it's taken to fix these guys. So our main complaint is that when you're inside of them, and you go press the button to pop the hood, nothing's happening. I'm able to hear that the hood is in fact making some noise for the actuator, but I'm getting no pop. I'm still able to come down and pull the emergency release, and the hood will pop. So hooking our scan tool up, I didn't really find any kind of codes that would lead me to believe it's an electrical issue. There's the button in here. I'm not sure if a child could ever get trapped in there, but there is an emergency button for him if he does. But I'm able to hear the actuator engage, and we know the cable's working because I'm able to pull the strap and pop it. So I was able to visually diagnose him. I compared it to another vehicle that we had out on the lot, and I was able to see that this top piece of metal here is bent outward. Why that happened, we'll talk about here in a minute. I can't say for sure, but you guys might like this. So we got another one shipped in, and to confirm, if I can get them to pair up right, you can see that the bottom one is bent outward. So, believe it or not, there is actually a procedure to close the hood. You would think a hood's a hood, but apparently on this car it's not. So in one continuous motion, they want us to gently lower the hood until it's resting on the latch. Then we're going to place our two hands in the two spots that they've designated for us, and then we're going to gently press down until we hear it latch. And then we'll confirm that the hood is in fact latched. So I think what may have happened out in the lot, and I'm not too sure, can't say that this is exactly what happened, but more than likely the car was being shown. Someone took the hood, slammed it down, and that's why we led to this damage. So yeah, pretty easy diagnosis. Most of it was visual. I can't say for sure that that's what happened to it. I wasn't there when I saw the hood get shut, but being that there's a procedure for it and we're having two similar symptoms with two identical bent latches, I'm going to say that slamming the hood probably isn't too good for these. And to follow that procedure where you would shut it down slowly, gently against the latch, and then take your two hands, press down, and then hopefully we can prevent this from happening any further. So yeah, let's fix this thing. So we're going to have to take out all these plastic panels so that way we can access the latch. So you've got two side panels here. I found the easiest way to get these off is they're held in by plastic clips. One, we've got some little white retaining clips all along through here. Pop up pretty easy. Underneath the side here, you're going to find two small blue clips. It'll be a little hard to show on camera, but once I get the panel off, I can show you what I'm doing. I'm using an 8mm wrench. I'm going to get underneath. I'm going to hit that blue retaining clip, and I'll be able to pop him right up. Got him free. I'll do the same thing for the passenger side. Take my 8mm, get him under. So basically what I'm doing with this 8mm is here's our blue plastic clips. I'm taking them and I'm basically depressing them so that way it's easier to slide out of the sheet metal. The sheet metal here that they pop into is pretty thin and flimsy. So if you take your standard pry tool and try and pop them out, it ends up either breaking them or bending the sheet metal in the fender, and we don't want to do that. Now we'll get the cargo tub out, and it's just held in with 4 plastic reclaiming clips and then 2 10mm on the back. We've we've also got a connector here over on the side, and that's for the button that resides inside the cargo tub. Now we'll be able to lift this guy freely out. You can really see all the goodies that are underneath the hood of this thing. And here resides our latch that we're about to replace. We've got two connectors on the hood latch, one for a hood ajar sensor, another for the actuator. It's held in by two 10mm bolts, and we've got our cable for our manual release here. But before I take it off, I'm going to take a paint marker here. I'm going to put 2 dots on each corner of it so that way I can make some witness marks and help me line it up a little bit easier. All right, so let's get this thing out of here. I'll pop off my 2 connectors. My manual cable. And then we're left with 2 10mm. Easy as that, pretty easy. We'll get our new one going back in. Get them a little snug so I can move them around. I'm going to get in here and check out these witness marks real fast and see how close I am. Not very. All right, that looks pretty good. With everything reinstalled, the hood's shutting pretty good. So we're going to go confirm our fix. We're going to make sure that the button inside does open the hood. And it does. We fixed it. Woo! And that's basically a wrap for this one. Before I start on the white one over there. But there is apparently a right way to close the hood, the frunk. So I'm going to show you guys now, just so you know. I mean, they took the time to write it in the service information. And so again, you know, a gentle close, rest it against the latch, 2 hands here, and that's it. Don't slam them, or it's probably going to mess them up. Because like I said, I can't say for sure that's what happened here, but that's the only thing that I can think of. I was the technician who PDI'd this one, and I had to do my checklist, and everything was working fine until it rolled in. But you know, who's to say what happens once they leave my bay? So if you guys like this kind of content, you know, feel free to let me know. I can keep making them. I've got a mountain of these out back. I'm our EV tech, and I've had these since launch, and it's been a pretty interesting ride so far. But if you do, you know, feel free to hit subscribe. You know, I appreciate it, and you know, leave a comment if you're having hood latch issues. It kind of helps me see what else is going on in the world with people who do own these, or if you just want to tell me about how your grandpa's 1970 Superbird never had hood latch problems, that'll work too. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.